All right, hi guys. Welcome to day 3 of our at-home workouts. We're trying something new since the gym obviously has been closed. We want to try to replicate a little bit of the instruction you would get if you were coming into the gym for your daily workout. So what we have on the board, and also it's on the blog, we have specified a warm-up, a workout, we have a cash out, and a little bit of a cool down for you. So what we're going to do is just kind of walk you through the movements, hopefully answer some questions. And remember, if you do the workout today, we'd love to see you post your results to the blog, just so we know who's doing it and for a little bit of accountability and maybe some friendly competition.
So just like Nikki said, we've got the warm-up up on the blog. You're going to go out for a 400-meter run to start, and then Nikki's going to show you a real quick Spider-Man lunge in place. So she takes a good long lunge step out, drops her elbow inside of her foot, sinks down, holds for about a 3 count, and then comes right on back up. Good. Sinks into the other side, sink down, 1, 2, 3, back up. Cool. You're going to go through that 5 times each side, alternating, just kind of get loosened out. From there, we're going to do an inchworm into 1 or 2 push-ups, and Nikki's going to fold down, slowly walk her hands out, come down to a nice slow push-up, go for another one, cool, and then she's slowly going to walk her hands back in, trying to keep her legs as straight as she can through that whole move. So you knock out 5 inchworms. From there, you need to get your hands on a broomstick. So Nikki's got our gym broom. She's going to pop the stick off. And for a dislocate, we're trying to start getting you ready for that overhead squat. So real wide grip, she's going to pull that bar up over her head, and then without bending her elbows, she's going to bring it over and back. So it's kind of that real long range motion through the shoulders. As you do this, think about keeping the shoulder blades lightly retracted. Can you give me one at the front where your shoulders are way shrugged forward? Yeah, we're trying to avoid that position. Yeah, it doesn't work real well, especially as you come back over. Try and keep them back. After that, we get into the behind the neck presses. So she's going to keep that same wide grip, put it on her back. You turn sideways there. Good. So you should see her shoulder blades are pulled back nicely. She's going to press straight past the back of her head, come down, touch the back of her shoulders. Some of you know that with a barbell, this is really tough. If you've got some shoulder mobility issues, you can always stop just at the back of your head. Go on up. Yeah, back of your head, right back up. Cool. But this is all getting you warmed up for that overhead squat. So the main workout is 4 rounds per time with that 400-meter run, and then 40 of these broomstick overhead squats. For the overhead squat, Nikki's going to take that same wide grip. She's going to lock her elbows out tight. She's going to kind of screw her feet into the ground to get her glutes engaged, and then she's very slowly just going to send her butt back, drive the knees out, and sink down into that nice deep squat. And up and down. As you watch, take a look at her armpits, and you can see that shoulder doesn't rotate as she comes down. Can you give me one where your torso leans forward? Cool. Hold on, Sage. One more. Cool. Yeah, this is what we don't want. Now, in reality, if this is you, cool, you can come on up. It's not the end of the world with a PVC pipe or a broomstick. It's pretty bad with a barbell. It's not going to do any damage with a light stick, so you can practice it, work on technique. If that is you, if you find yourself dipping over, you can prop your heels up on something. I've got a couple of plates laid out here. So Nikki can put her heels on those, raise that bar up overhead, and then that's going to allow her to stay a little bit more upright in the squat as she goes. Now, if you don't have those plates at home, you can stack books. Honestly, I plan on doing this out the driveway and just putting my toes going down the driveway, the slope of the driveway a little bit, and that'll make it a little bit more reasonable for anybody with those ankle mobility issues.
So one thing quickly about the speed. Well, first thing for the 400-meter run, we know a lot of people don't have a 400-meter run course mapped out. You can always use Map My Run to figure something around your neighborhood. Otherwise, just estimate it. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing magic about 400. We're looking for you to sprint, get your heart rate up. Probably something in the 2-minute range. If you're a really fast runner, it might be more like 90 seconds. If you're a slower runner, 2.5 minutes. But anything in that time frame is going to get the job done. When it comes to those overhead squats, I was demoing them real slow, okay, to show you the proper technique. But in the actual workout, the pace should be a little faster. You should really be able to come up and down with control. Ideally at the bottom, you're breathing parallel, and at the top, you're squeezing the butt, okay? If that feels awkward, you can ditch the broomstick and just do regular squats. That's fine too.
Cool. So after you rip through 4 rounds of that, going real fast, trying to go hard out of the gates on those 400s, You're going to finish up with this 3-minute cash out of a forearm plank. So as Nikki's going to come down to demo this, she's going to come down onto her forearms. She's going to either put her hands together or she can put her palms flat on the floor, either way. But the big thing to notice here is she's got this gymnastics hollow coming through her abs. So everything's nice and tightened up. Can you give me one where your back collapses a little bit? There. When you get to that arched position, and you'll start to feel it just go into the hip flexors more. We don't want anything to do with that. So once you feel it leave the abs really being compressed and go into the hips, stop the clock, and you're working toward 3 minutes total, so you can rest for 30 seconds, get back on and try to accumulate that time. After that, we go to 2 minutes of a pigeon stretch per side. We're going to have Nikki demo this one. She sinks down. Now Nikki's a great example of having her shin just about perpendicular to the direction of her body, which is awesome. If you don't have that kind of flexibility, she can slide that heel back under her a little bit further, and that makes it a little bit more reasonable for those that can't put the foot weight out there.
So one thing I want to emphasize, for the forearm plank, we definitely don't intend you to do 3 minutes in a row. Awesome if you can, but it's fine if it takes you 4 different increments to get to that 3 minutes of accumulated hold. Not so for the pigeon stretch. Pigeon stretch is get on one side, 2 minutes on that side, shake the legs out, go down and do 2 minutes on the other side, because you're really going to get the benefit of that from holding that stretch for a long period of time.
Yeah. Make sure you, after you get that workout done, you post the results to the blog. Feels like it should be, sub 12 minutes if you're moving real fast. If those squats slow you down or if the run slows you down, you can easily push up toward 15, but I'm intrigued to see what the fastest times come in at.
And remember to send us some pictures, especially if you get a kid or a neighbor or someone to join in with you. We'd love to see it.
Cool.
All right, thanks guys.
See you tomorrow.